The posterior cranial fossa also it contains, this is the internal occipital protuberance, and this is the internal occipital crest. And this is a groove for the transverse sinus, and this is also a groove for the transverse sinus. This is for the right transverse sinus, this is for the left transverse sinus. And also here a sigmoid groove for the sigmoid sinus. So also these grooves are important grooves. So this is the main important things in this area. Regarding the mandible, the most important feature we are interested in, number one, this is the coronoid process. This is the ramus of the mandible, and this is the body of the mandible. The ramus here is the coronoid process. This is for the insertion of the temporalis muscle. And this is the head of the mandible. It articulates with the mandibular fossa to form temporomandibular joint. And this is the mandibular notch. On the medial side of the neck, this is the neck of the mandible. Sometimes the neck is marked to identify this is the neck of the mandible. And here attachment of the capsule of the temporomandibular joint, and also the lateral temporomandibular ligaments that attach to the neck of the mandible. On the medial side of the neck, this is the pterygoid fossa or pterygoid fovea. This is for the insertion of lateral pterygoid muscle, very commonly marked, and this is also very commonly marked. On the outer surface of the ramus of the mandible, I'll find this area which is red. This is for the insertion of the masseter muscle. It's inserted into the ramus of the mandible. The rest of the body, this is the mental foramen for transmission of the mental nerve and the mental artery. Regarding the inner side of the mandible, I'll find this is the mylohyoid line, which is important line. This is for the origin of the mylohyoid muscle. And above and in front of it, this is the sublingual fossa for the sublingual salivary gland. And this fossa is the submandibular fossa, which is related to the submandibular salivary gland. Here is the foramen. This is the mandibular foramen, which transmits the inferior alveolar nerve and inferior alveolar vessels. And this is the groove. This groove for nerve to mylohyoid muscle, and also artery to mylohyoid muscle. And this projected part is called the lingula, and gives the attachment of the sphenomandibular ligament. This is the medial side of the angle of the mandible, which is rough. And this is very important also, because this is the insertion of the medial pterygoid muscle. In the center here, there is two processes here. Superior genial tubercle and the inferior genial tubercle. The superior for genioglossus muscle and the inferior for geniohyoid muscle. Here is the digastric fossa for the anterior belly of digastric muscle. This is the most important features that we are interested in the practical class.